that still doesn't solve the heat issue. You know, if it's supposedly able to do 50 watts, you know, and you go ahead and reverse engineer it, let's say the thing is, for example, 60% efficient. You know, for 50 watts out, you're going to have to go ahead and put, you know, probably 80, 90 watts into it, and 40 watts of it or so is going to be dissipated in heat. How in the world is that little box going to dissipate the heat of, like, for example, a soldering iron? I don't think so. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it works to, you know, trigger my amp, but I never ran it, you know, wide open. I mean, 50 watts into my album, man, that would give me, you know, pretty close to 2K, and I wasn't trying to run it. I usually run it right around 30 watts. But I get long-winded, you know, I talk a lot. I get long-winded, man, that thing just poof, cut right off. Now, there is a thermal switch in there, so when it reaches said temperature, it shuts itself off. I thought I had turned it off, but, yeah, it's probably a good thing to keep it on, man. If you turn it off, it's merely going to melt down those poor transistors that are screaming their guts out to begin with. I did disengage the SWR bridge on it, though, because that was so annoying, man. It had a cutoff at 1.8, and I couldn't figure out why they put it at 1.8. I mean, you know, transistors, they're good up to, you know, what, 50 to 1? I mean, something, you know, outrageous, you know, so I don't know why they put that on there. Well, no, that's a different type of transistor. That's just the standard MOSFET that's inside that amplifier. That's a standard switching power supply MOSFET. The power supply, or the transistors that are extremely rugged are LDMOS, laterally diffused metal oxide semiconductor transistors. That is not an LDMOS design. That is just a straight up MOSFET, and they're susceptible to both voltage and current related problems. You know, once the phase angle of the standing wave changes. It's real easy to blow up a MOSFET. Much, much harder to blow up an LDMOS device. The only thing that I'm aware of that can blow up an LDMOS device is either way over voltaging it, or giving it too much drive through the gate. I mean, other than that, I don't think it's possible to kill the damn things unless you overheat the snot out of it. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man. I'm gonna sell this whole setup, man. I don't know. I'm thinking probably $500. It's got all the boards, the little micro PA. I don't think I'm gonna use it again. It was my door into the full world of SDR, the gateway drug, so to speak. And they work. For anybody who wants to check something up before, you know, they get, because, you know, those radios, the Flex and the Apache Labs, man, are just so outrageously expensive. But, you know, if you want to try it out, I mean, the Hermes is a lot cheaper than that Apache Labs 10E that is basically a Hermes with a slightly bigger PA. Yeah, it's a good start for somebody that wants to try out SDR without making a huge investment. It makes perfect sense. Yeah, that Apache Labs 10E is, they're, you know, like I said, it's got a fan, and it's, you know, I think it puts out 15 or 20 watts, something like that. So it kind of eliminates the need of a kicker amp, you know, almost entirely. But it's $800, and the Hermes still falls half of that price, you know. So once you add in a kicker amp, then, you know, you're right around the same price. It's kind of like buying a meal a la carte as opposed to buying a package deal. Yeah, because a la carte, man, it starts to add up after a bit, right? Yeah. So, I don't know. Somebody is going to get a lucky thing, because I think I'm all in on that with the I/O board, the companion board, the filter board, and the main modem board, whatever, because that's just basically just a repurposed modem. And and the little kicker amp, all that together, it's probably right at about $800. So somebody's going to save some money. Oh yeah, no doubt. Somebody will really enjoy it, and you've already decided that you like the technology. You enjoy the SWL stuff, so this is going to be right up your alley. Yep. And 710, I just got to get somebody to look at the front end filtering on it. Something's going on with that. I don't know what, but I know there's a guy down there by you that I guess he's a retired Yuzu guy. I don't know. That's what I've been told. Well, somewhere down there by you. And then there's a guy up in Spring Hill that's pretty good as well. So I know it's way beyond me to look at it because I don't have all that gear. So somebody is going to look at it eventually and determine on whether or not it's going to be cost effective to fix or just get it, just sit on the desk and collect dust. Well, if it's receiving and it's translating, and it's just what appears to be an overload kind of a problem, or a front end, maybe a front end filter, RF filter kind of a problem. And it should be really cheap to fix. I don't think it's, you're just talking about bench time, that's what you're talking about. Somebody just has to go ahead and duplicate the set of conditions that are busy causing the problems that you see. They're going to have probably two service monitors. They're going to have a service monitor for one signal, on your primary input frequency, and another signal on an adjacent frequency, and then run them up, and then look at the receiver and see what's goofy that's causing a level of interference. So it's going to be beyond the capability of just a repair guy. It's going to be a guy that has some fairly high level understanding. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Probably the guy down there on the East Coast over there, that retired Yeezy guy. He's probably, stuff, not just your typical amp repair or something like that kind of guy that has nothing, no monitors, no nothing. Yeah, it's not going to be a linear amplifier guy that you need to see. You're going to have to see a real RF guy. Somebody that's got a lot of task here and understands the functionality. I'm actually surprised. Is Lee over there still in your area? Because I think Lee was someplace in Hillsborough County or Polk County or something like that. And he was really good with the intro stuff. And I was told, what's the guy's name? Daniel over here in Tampa. He told me about a guy up in Spring Hill, and he said he's a really good technician. He works on all these newer radios. So I don't know. I don't personally know him, and I don't even know his name. But he said if I ever wanted to, he doesn't do work. He doesn't advertise. He goes off of referrals.